I'm not happy with these specs. I'm not. Like, to be honest with you, these are not the specs that I wanted on the Pixel 5. The 4,000 milliamp hour battery, okay, that is the spec that I'm thrilled about. I'm very happy to see that Google is correcting their course of small batteries and putting a 4,000 milliamp hour battery in the Pixel 5. We can all rejoice that we should have pretty adequate battery life with a Snapdragon 765G chipset and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, even with a 90 hertz refresh rate that you could probably even tune down to 60 hertz. So that's great. You're going to get 5 hours screen on time on there. I'm almost positive. At least 5 hours of screen on time. You'll probably easily get through the day with the Pixel 5. So here are the things that I have issues with, right? They're going to go ahead and they're going to incorporate the ultra wide lens. This is something that the Pixel 4 did not have. This is something that Google got a lot of shit for because they decided they weren't going to put an ultra wide lens in their Pixel 4. Google decided that they're not going to put a telephoto lens in the Pixel 5. They're going to go ahead and they're going to put the wide angle lens instead. A main lens, the main shooter, and a wide angle lens, ultra wide lens, whatever you want to call it. Great. That's great for people who want that. What happened to the telephoto lens? Where's the telephoto lens at? Why did they decide to not incorporate it this time? Is their answer this time that nobody uses a telephoto lens? It just doesn't, it really doesn't make sense to me. I feel like this square here has room for extra lenses, right? Like there is room to put an extra lens or a sensor in there. Is it a money issue? I mean, they're charging what, $700 on the Pixel 5, right? So is there a reason they don't want to put 3 camera sensors in the back? They don't want to do what I feel like is now the standard, a main shooter, a telephoto lens, and a wide angle lens, or an ultra wide, or whatever they call it, whatever marketing term they use. That's the confusing part to me. So all right, let me gripe into what my biggest issue is here. Is the standard lens, the main shooter, is the same lens as the Pixel 4. So Google is going to give us a Pixel 5 for $700 that has no real upgraded optics on it. It's going to be essentially the same kind of camera as the Pixel 4, the Pixel 4a, the Pixel 4a 5G, the Pixel 3, most likely, very similar, if anything, so on and so forth. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this because I feel like I say it through every stream. There is nothing wrong with the quality of photos that comes out of the Pixel 4, the Pixel 4a, even the Pixel 3, the upcoming Pixel 4a 5G, and I'm sure the photos are going to be excellent on the Pixel 5. But they're going to be pretty much the same shit, except the Pixel 5 is going to be $700, and then this is going to be $350, this Pixel 4a. So you can get the same kind of quality photos out of this Pixel 4a. And when I say the same, I say mostly the same. I would say for most people, indistinguishable. Most people wouldn't even notice the difference between the results coming out of a 4a and the upcoming 5, if the 5 is going to be using the same optics as the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 4 whatever, right? That same 12.2 megapixel sensor. While the photos will be great, why would you spend $700 on a Pixel 5 if you can get the same kind of quality photos for half the price? Oh, but Jerome, IP68 dust and water resistance. Great. If that's a priority for you, that is great. That's fantastic. Oh, but Jerome, 90 hertz refresh rate. That's wonderful. If you like that 90 hertz refresh rate, that's great for you as well. Like those are pluses. The build quality is going to be better, maybe. What am I missing here? Did I say wireless charging? It's going to have wireless charging, Jerome. I need it in my life. It's worth the extra $350. The 765G processor is going to be so much better. 5G. We all know 5G is a bunch of bullshit right now. We know that. Like, please don't tell me that your 5G is outperforming my 4G LTE smartphone right now, because in most cases it probably is not. But if you prioritize dust and water resistance, build quality, wireless charging, and a 90 hertz refresh rate, if you feel that those four things, faster processor, I'm sorry, if you feel that those, what is it, 5 things now? If you feel that those 5 things warrant an extra $350, that's great. I mean, like, I'm not telling you what you should be spending your money on, but I don't think that's worth the extra cash. I really don't. I've been saying it day after day, and even before the 4A was out, I've been saying this for a long time. The one thing that Google needed to do was upgrade their optics, upgrade their hardware when it came to the camera, and differentiate itself with the Pixel 5. They need to up their game when it comes to night shots, low light shots, because when compared to the iPhone 11 Pro and the Pixel 4, this phone takes better shots at night than this phone. You know what else this phone is really good at? Video. Great video on this phone over this Pixel 4. And most likely when I test it out over this Pixel 4a. And if the Pixel 5 isn't going to upgrade their hardware, are they going to fix the video in there? I was hoping that the Pixel 5 was going to be a better shooter than the iPhone 11 Pro at night, than the iPhone 11 Pro when it comes to video. This iPhone 11 Pro will be a year old and will still probably take better video than the Pixel 5 that comes out in September, late September, early October. As far as video stabilization, the iPhone 11 Pro still has that beat, bar none. Is the Pixel 5 going to be able to handle 4K 60? Are they going to be able to do that for the Pixel 5, or is that not possible because of the 765G? This is also why I feel like the Pixel 4a 5G is probably going to be the better bet if these specs are true. The Pixel 4a 5G at $500 then will give you essentially all of these same specs, right? Almost all at a $500 price point. This is why I think the Pixel 4a 5G is better than the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 5. And you know what? It's very close when it comes to the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 4a 5G. I'll tell you right now, I have no plans to return the Pixel 4a. I really don't think I am going to be returning this, because this phone is definitely worth the $350. It's probably one of the best phones that I have bought in any recent time at this price point. Like, this is one of the best bang for your bucks that you're going to be able to find for a brand new phone. Also, do you see wait, there you go. In the right light, there's a lot of fingerprint smudges. Just FYI. Okay. So if we compare the Pixel 4a to the Pixel 4a 5G, this phone will be $150 cheaper, but you're going to miss out on a bigger display, a bigger battery. You'll also get a faster processor. You'll get the lovely 5G, which, okay, again, let's just say you'll get a faster processor with the hope that you might get better speeds with 5G whenever those speeds want to come. And then you're going to get an extra lens. You're going to get an extra wide angle lens for $150 more. Is that worth it? Is it worth it? That's so the big questions are: 1, would you want better battery life? 2, do you want, well, no, it's 3 questions. 1, you get better battery life. And that's not even a question. I'm just giving you a statement now. 1, you get better battery life. 2, you get better performance. Now, how much better is the performance over a Snapdragon 730, over a Snapdragon 765G? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be negligible. I don't know if it's going to be just a little bit better. I don't think it's going to be like worlds better. It's not going to like, you're not going to have your mind blown using a 765G over a 730G. I don't think. But I would say you'll get a nice small performance bump. If anything, I think the Pixel 4a 5G might give you a little more longevity in terms of performance. Saying like 2 years from now, it probably won't show its age like the Pixel 4a will. That's my assumption. I'm not saying that that's fact. I'm just saying if you're looking performance-wise, the 4a 5G in 2 years will probably perform better than the 4. Like, that's just common sense, I think, at this point. And then on the 4a 5G, you're going to get an extra ultra wide lens. And then for people who want a bigger phone, like a bigger display, you'll get that as well. So those, I think that whole package, all those extra things, I think might be worth the extra $150 for a lot of people. It might not be worth $150 for some people. Some people might not need an ultra wide shooter. But Jerome, most of the HDR magic done on the Pixel is all done with software. Maybe they don't need new lenses. And so like Juan Carlos, you might be right. You might be right. If that's the case, what I need then is I need them to fix night mode, right? I need them to fix night sight so they don't oversaturate colors compared to the iPhone 11 Pro, because the iPhone 11 Pro takes better shots at night than the Pixel 4. And then they need to fix video stabilization. They just need to up their game. They need to have better performance when it comes to video and night shots than the iPhone 11 Pro and then the upcoming iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. Like, they can't just stay stagnant. You know what I mean? They can't just stay the same. They need to keep upping their game, because why would anybody? I just feel like we can always do better when it comes to performance on the cameras. And if the iPhones are capable of doing excellent video stabilization, excellent night shots, not that I don't know how many times I have to say it, because I feel like I have to say it every time. Not that the Pixels take bad shots at night. They don't. They take excellent photos at night. What I'm saying is they need to up their game when it comes to a lot of those things. That's how I feel personally about it. But yeah.